It is hot, which is great. I just thought I've just had a really good conference call with a guy who I really liked actually, who's a deal sourcer, and somebody just let him down after he'd exchanged on the deal. Cup of tea. Now, how do I do this? A cup of tea, hold the camera and put my hair behind my... Hold on, let's try and flick it. There we go. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share this one because, you know, like, it's not smooth property. So basically this lad, smashing guy, and I think I'm going to end up mentoring him, which would be brilliant because the guy's got a real dynamo. But he had a certain deal agreed, he exchanged on it, and then his investor let him down. Ow. And of course, once you've exchanged, there you go. Once you've exchanged, that's it. I mean, you are committed and they can sue you for the balance. He will get the money, there's no doubt about it, because he's that kind of a deal guy, but nonetheless, he's having a pretty sleepless time at the moment. I just want to share because it would be lovely to say everything was smooth, wouldn't it? I would wish it were so, but it is not. I remember a particular deal. We'd agreed it pre-auction, so we had it under offer. All the lawyers had done all the work. I was going up on a plane, an EasyJet plane, to go and see my son who was studying at college in Glasgow. And my mum and dad live there and I live in Bristol. And naughtily, I still had my phone on, and I was on the runway, literally first step on an EasyJet flight, about to walk up the stair to get on the plane, and I got a text. This is at 3:30. The auction was like maybe 6 o'clock or 6:30, and so we had to have it exchanged before the auction because otherwise it'd be sold in auction. And I got a text to say that the guys who said that they were committed to buying the deal had pulled out. 3:30. It's me and like maybe 10 steps up the EasyJet flight, and then you have to turn your mobile phone off. And I had to make the fastest decision of my life. Do I transfer the money, which I had, the exchange money, but I didn't have completion money, and then sit and then wonder whether I've done the right thing or not? Because of course, if you exchange on something and you can't complete, particularly under auction circumstances, you got 28 days and then you'll be sued. So it was like 1 step, 2 step, get my bank out, try and walk up the steps really, really slowly, try and exchange the money across. It was 180 grand at the time, so I needed to put 18 grand of my own money across, and I didn't have the remaining 162 grand, and then sit on the plane, and they're like, turn off your mobile phone, and I'm turning it off thinking, oh, sugar, have I done something? Oh dear, oh no, have I just lost us, a huge amount of money? And then sit on the plane up to Glasgow for like an hour and 20 minutes just going, oh dear Lord, oh dear, have I done the right thing? Now, it ended out I did do the right thing. We had to work like stink to find investors to replace that person, and ended up keeping the property, and ended up looking at planning permission to get 3 flats on the side. But it was hair-raising, and you will have that kind of circumstance in your life, just like this guy is. And I've got no doubt that he's going to be really successful in the long run, but in the short run, he's probably having a really tough time. I mean, I certainly didn't sleep those few days. So one of the things that made me feel comfortable is the wrong word because it was uncomfortable. One of the things that made me feel confident I could transfer the money across was I had a whole bank of investors that I'd been speaking to. So I clearly could speak to lots of other people, and I knew that I would be able to pick up the phone and somebody would be like, yes, Sus, that's a really good deal. So I just wanted to share that. It hasn't been smooth, and if you're having one of those bumpy days, keep on keeping on. Speak to you soon. Bye.